Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatham, to the hopefully elect. And I'm not going to read the title, you can read it there for yourself, man, but basically, you know, something that's often been said um, about how life for all of us is going to get extremely uncomfortable, all right, because, as the Job 9:24s, those people, those that run this earth, as they put the squeeze, on the people more and more, the pressure from above and pressure from below to get people to comply with, their agenda and whatnot. you know, um, I'm gonna read this here real quick in Revelation 15 and start at verse I start at verse 1. It says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High." And basically dealing with um, the elect and how they gotten the victory over this beast, because the elect, they're not going to bow down. They're not going to submit to the beast. All right, they're not going to give in. But with that being said, because basically it's not going to be an easy walk, and that's why I have to say, man, life is about to get real uncomfortable for all of us, man. You know, because this ain't gonna be no walk in the park. You know, this is also where we're coming into the time, also known as the hour of temptation, where we're all going to be tempted. Because this is going to be the ultimate test of our faith when we come into this time. And this thing is in full effect. But nevertheless, again, the Job 9:24s. Again, the them putting the squeeze more and more. You know, and pretty much the fact that this has been granted, approved and whatnot. This can pave way for more mandates and draconian measures, so on and so forth. So to the saints, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, amen. We're getting close and close to that time. It's time to buckle up, man. But I'm gonna play this video, and I got just a few more precepts.
COVID deaths and hospitalizations continue to creep higher. A bit of optimism coming on the vaccine front there as the FDA finally grants full approval for Pfizer and BioNTech's COVID vaccine shot there in adults age 16 and above. And for more on what that could mean when it comes to vaccine mandates here in America, I want to bring on Yahoo Finance's Anjali Kamlani, who's been looking at those updates and following the latest there for us. Anjali?
Thanks, Zach. Yep, as you mentioned, we got that approval. 16 years and older are now fully approved to get the vaccine, which of course sets the tone for mandates, which I'll get into in a second. But for right now,
So you see, like I just said, the fact that this has been approved, that can pave way for more mandates and more draconian measures.
let's follow the timeline. We've got the Pfizer initial approval, that emergency use authorization coming out in December, followed by the emergency use authorization for 12 to 15-year-olds in May, which is around the time that they started the process for the full approval. And now we're in August with that, close to the end of August with that. FDA Peter Marks said something along the lines of, this was done in about 40% the usual time. So just to keep in mind there, how quickly we got to this point. Some concerns arising about what the potential use for under 16-year-olds, and especially that under 12 population. We got comments from the FDA citing an unspecified timeline.
Let me just say this real quick, because, hey man, they come up on the younglings too. They've been pushing this narrative a lot lately about how basically a lot of kids, basically a lot of those 12 and under, they've been catching this virus or whatnot. So basically, again, they're gonna come for the younglings as well.
On that, and a note from the acting commissioner that, the vaccines for kids are not the same as for adults. It really depends on the weight, and there's a whole different dosage process there. And on the timeline for boosters, even though we heard the White House say that September 20th was that timeline, a little bit of a vagueness in the response today when asked about those booster shots from FDA officials. But we did hear from FDA, not just them, but also Pfizer, about the approval paving the way for more confidence, especially for those that are vaccine hesitant or those who may be looking for, further confirmation about the vaccines, and also paves the way for vaccine mandates. We've seen them coming out in many states.
And I'm gonna say this as well, because I've said this before in a previous video. You got a lot of people that were skeptic about the this because it wasn't approved. And I said this before, man. Just because they make something, so to say, legal, that doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's good for you. Like I used the example before with cigarettes. Just because cigarettes are legal, that doesn't mean it's good for you. In fact, it tells you on the when you buy the cigarettes that it can cause cancer and all these other things. So again, just because something's they approve it or whatever, that doesn't mean it's good for you. And again, because you have people that were skeptic because this wasn't approved, but now that they approving this, best believe people, they're gonna flock right to it. They're gonna take it.
States where state employees are now mandated to either get the vaccine or submit to regular testing. New York City today just announcing that vaccine mandates for teachers is going to be required. So it really is shaping up to be an interesting sort of opening of the gates, if you will, and we'll likely see more vaccine mandates.
Yeah, because hey man, this is gonna cause all type of civil unrest, because hey, on the other hand, you got people they're not with the shits, But that wasn't on that. I'm gonna play this because hey, be prepared to lose everything if it comes down to it. For a lot of us, we got to be in a mindset of saying the hell with everything, because again, going back to this time known as the hour of temptation, this is going to be a time period where we're going to have to strictly rely on our faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because again, some of us are going to lose everything, including jobs, which that's why I'm gonna play this clip here. Again, you see the title. I'm not going to read it, but I'm gonna play this real quick.
Today, I'm calling on more companies, I should say, in the private sector to step up with vaccine requirements that'll reach millions more people. If you're a business leader, a nonprofit leader, a state or local leader who has been waiting for full FDA approval to require vaccinations, I call on you now to do that. Require it. Do what I did last month. Require your employees to get vaccinated.
So yeah, man, they coming, man. It's gonna come down to a choice. It's all gonna come down to a decision we're gonna have to make. But I'm gonna get this in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." And the point being that this great wrath that they're getting ready to come down with, because again, with this approval, this is going to this is going to pave the way for them to basically come in with their draconian laws and locking people up and camps and all type of stuff, man. So yeah, man, by way of his unrighteous decrees, all right, this is how he's going to cause us, cause these things to come to pass by his unrighteous decrees, man. And this is why, man, basically, man, because we are the damsel that's crying out, because when you go to our law, for a woman that was, whether she had a husband or she was engaged to be with another man, if a for a woman that was engaged to a man, or she already had a husband, if another man tried to come in unto her, she was supposed to cry out. And you see, that's what we are, because again, Esau, he's trying to penetrate us with his mark. That's why I read in Revelation, the 15th chapter, those that overcame the beast and those that overcame the mark, because this is what this is all leading to ultimately, So, again, we're that damsel in distress, man. We're crying out to Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, that he saves us, man, from these persecutors, because, they're trying to back us into a corner to where we have no choice but to submit, But I'm going to get this in Psalm chapter 31 and verse 15. It says, my times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies and from them that persecute me. So you see, because, hey, man, these devils, they're going to do everything in their power to, like I said, back us into a corner to where we have no other choice but to submit. But you see, again, going back to those that overcame, because again, it's going to take a great deal of faith, man, to say the hell with the mark and, all this stuff, man. It's going to take a great deal of faith, and this is why we're going to need the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai to be on us, man, to deal with us, because, hey, man, if you submit, then that's it for you, man. You failed. I just did the video about this guy, Captain Tazariak, how he basically took the juice, well, he said he did, but, it's possible that he didn't, and he was just, using his platform, so to say, to get Jake to take it. But the fact that he said that he took it, and, it's stuff like that, man. People are already folding, and the pressure's not even on yet, It's not even that bad as of yet. You already got people folding, man, and bending their knee, so to say, But I'm going to read this again in Psalm 31 and 15. It says, my times are in thy hand, and deliver me from the hand of mine enemies and from them that persecute me. So, amen. These are the times that we're coming into, and the enemy, he's coming in like a flood, man. The devil's getting ready to come down with that great wrath, and we're going to need our power to, be with us, man. Like I said, the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to have to be on us if we stand any chance in making it past this, man. But yeah, man, because this is kind of breaking news with this approval and whatnot, So, hey, one thing is going to lead to another, man, and hey, before we know it, it's going to be showtime, So, just wanted to bring some awareness, hopefully this was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai, double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone, Yahweh Shemel Shai, Barakathum, to the hopefully elect. Until next time, Lord's will, I say shalom.